Imagine the first Hawaiian child being born without arms or legs, buried near a family hut, and growing into the plant that would sustain an entire culture. This is Haloa's story, the being who became kalo, the taro plant that feeds the Hawaiian people. This narrative isn't just about origins. It's about understanding how ancestry, food, and land intertwine in a way that's unique to Native Hawaiian identity. So how does a simple gourd transform into the entire cosmos? The story begins with Papa and Wākea, the Earth Mother and Sky Father, who are the primordial parents in Hawaiian cosmology. Their union starts creation, but what they create first might surprise you. It isn't a human or a powerful god, it's a calabash gourd. This looks like something simple, almost insignificant, yet it holds everything that will ever exist. Now imagine Wākea lifting the cover of this calabash. He throws it upward, and that cover becomes the sky we see every day. The pulp inside transforms into the sun, bringing light and warmth to the world. The tiny seeds scattered throughout become the stars that guide travelers at night. Every part of this humble gourd finds its purpose in the cosmos. This transformation shows how Hawaiian cosmology ties celestial phenomena directly to life and sustenance. The sky isn't just empty space, it's the lid that protects us. The sun isn't just a ball of fire, it's nourishment that grew from the gourd's flesh. The stars aren't just distant lights, they're the seeds of creation, each with its place and purpose. You begin to understand why Native Hawaiian traditions honor natural elements as living beings. When the wind speaks or the rain falls, it's not just weather, it's part of this original family. The calabash story establishes that everything in existence comes from the same source and shares the same ancestry. Papa and Wākea created the Hawaiian Islands from this foundation, shaping the land that would sustain their descendants. The mountains, valleys, and shorelines all emerge from this cosmic beginning. This creation story establishes why land is never just property in Hawaiian understanding. It's sacred relation, it's family. Every element of the natural world connects back to that first calabash, creating a relationship between people and place that would define Hawaiian culture for generations. Now consider what happens when the firstborn child transforms into the food that sustains a people. Papa and Wākea's first child is born without limbs, a being that appears incomplete or even flawed. This child, named Haloa, might seem like a tragic beginning, a disruption in their lineage. The parents make the difficult decision to bury their child near their family hut, an act that feels like an ending, a loss of potential. But the next day, something remarkable occurs. From the very spot where Haloa was laid to rest, a new plant emerges, the first kalo plant, with its broad heart-shaped leaves and sturdy stem. This isn't just a random growth, it's a transformation, a continuation of life in another form. The child becomes the plant, and the plant becomes sustenance. This story anchors kalo as far more than a simple crop. It becomes life substance, a sacred ancestor that physically nourishes the people who descend from it. Haloa represents the living link between the gods and the Hawaiian people, a direct, tangible connection to Papa and Wākea themselves. When Hawaiians consume kalo, they're not just eating food, they're sharing in the body of their elder sibling, honoring that original bond. The significance of Haloa continues today. In traditional Hawaiian families, the kalo plant holds a revered place. It is often the first food given to infants, symbolically welcoming them into the family and connecting them to their ancestral roots. The cultivation of kalo, the preparation of poi, these aren't just agricultural or culinary practices. They're acts of remembrance, ways to maintain that unbroken relationship with the past. This transformation story establishes why the bond between people and their food source is unbreakable in Hawaiian culture. You don't just grow kalo, you care for it as family. You don't just harvest it, you acknowledge its sacrifice. The plant feeds the body, but the story feeds the spirit, reminding every generation of their shared origin and mutual responsibility. Haloa remains the progenitor, the elder brother whose existence ensures that his descendants never forget where they come from or what sustains them. How does land become family rather than property? In Hawaiian understanding, the concept of ʻohana extends far beyond human relatives. It includes ancestors, future generations, and the natural world around us. This worldview creates a fundamental tension with Western concepts of land ownership that view property as something to be bought, sold, and controlled. Where one system sees resources to exploit, the other sees relatives to care for. The Wākea Papa myth establishes this relationship by showing how the land itself is sacred family. The mountains are not just geological formations, they are the bones of Papa, the Earth Mother. The rain is not just weather, it is the tears of Wākea, the Sky Father, grieving separation from his beloved. Every stream, forest, and coral reef carries this personified identity, each element recognized as an elder relative with its own rights and dignity. This worldview creates a stewardship ethic that operates on reciprocity. You care for the land, and the land cares for you. Traditional Hawaiian practices reflect this balance. Farmers would ask permission before taking plants. Fishermen would make offerings before harvesting from the sea. And families would maintain shrines to honor the aina that sustained them. The relationship was never one-sided exploitation, but mutual responsibility between family members. This genealogical connection directly shapes environmental practices even today. Many native Hawaiian conservation efforts draw on this ancestral understanding, treating restoration work not as resource management, but as family care. When you clear invasive species from a forest, you are helping your elder relative breathe. When you protect a watershed, you are ensuring clean water for your family, both human and non-human. That is why Native Hawaiians call the land their ʻohana. It creates a cultural obligation of care and respect that transcends legal ownership. You don't inherit the land from your ancestors. You borrow it from your descendants, and you share it with your extended family that includes all living things. This familial relationship forms the foundation of Hawaiian environmental ethics, where protection is not optional, but fundamental to identity. The land is not property you possess. It is family that possesses you with all the responsibility that relationship entails. How do the stars above reflect the genealogy below? The creation story extends beyond Earth to encompass the entire cosmos through celestial genealogy. The Kumulipo, a Hawaiian creation chant, reveals layers of meaning that challenge simple interpretations. This isn't just poetry, it's a complex genealogical record that connects everything from the deepest ocean to the farthest star. Specific stars are named as chiefs in these chants, their positions and movements reflecting political and familial relationships. Constellations aren't random patterns, but representations of important ancestors and their stories. The heavens mirror terrestrial authority structures, linking the macrocosm with the social order below. When a star rises at a certain season, it might signal the time to plant crops or the arrival of important chiefs. This celestial mapping creates a living archive where the night sky becomes a history book written in light. The movement of stars corresponds with ocean currents, bird migrations, and human activities on land. Navigators don't just use stars for direction. They read them as signs of their ancestors' presence and guidance. The sky becomes a mirror of the earthly realm, with each celestial body holding specific meaning and responsibility. The deeper meaning behind Papa as Earth Mother and Wākea as Sky Father becomes clear through this connection. Their separation created not just physical space between land and sky, but a relationship maintained through their children, the elements, the plants, the animals, and the stars. The rain that falls from Wākea nourishes Papa. The plants that grow from Papa reach toward Wākea, and the stars that come from both watch over their descendants. This celestial genealogy completes the circle of connection between all realms of existence. You begin to see how the Hawaiian universe operates as one interconnected family, where boundaries between physical and spiritual, earthly and celestial, become fluid. The stars are not distant objects, but active participants in the family structure, each with their role in maintaining balance and continuity across generations. How do elders keep ancient stories alive in modern Hawaii? These moʻolelo live through their telling, through the preparation of kalo, through the protection of sacred places. The Papahānaumokuākea Marine National Monument embodies this living tradition. Its name, meaning Papa giving birth to islands beneath a benevolent sky, honors the creation story directly. This protected area is considered a sacred space where all life begins and spirits return. You can support Native Hawaiian cultural preservation by learning about indigenous stewardship and respecting these deep connections. These stories continue to shape identity, connecting past to present through practice and reverence.